Magical Thinking Barbie here. Today I wanted to talk about the internet and the protests that we're seeing around the world. I firmly believe that for countries that are the most affluent, probably, when the internet shows protests, part of what they're doing is showing to you, look, you're upset, things are turning down here, but these people, they're protesting for you. Now, I say this because I feel like I've even seen this when TV was very popular. They would show, protests in other countries, and we'd be like, oh, thank goodness, that's not here. Everything's fine here. Thank goodness. Now that we know that things are also not fine here, the strategy has changed to, just relax. These people, they're the ones who are going to freak out for you. Now, I'm not saying that we should be freaking out, because freaking out really doesn't help anything. However, when you have like an Extinction Rebellion, we have, and I seen actually proper modeling in one protest that someone was, that showed on YouTube, and they were in Los Angeles, and when he scanned the crowd, I saw two people looking at each other talking. And later on, I thought to myself, that is proper modeling. You know why? Because if you are going to these protests, what we do is what we tend to do when we're in front of what? A TV, in front of a screen. We look outward and we say, stop this, stop this. I mean, we're looking at buildings, we're looking at cars, we're just like, yeah, stop, we have to stop this. Instead, what I saw with these two people was what I would think is correct modeling. You turn to each other and you start talking. You start figuring out, hey, would you like to meet me and have some coffee and some pie? And hey, let's just turn off our phones and start talking about what we need to do to survive this sixth mass extinction, the collapse of our economy. How can we help each other? Because what we're doing is what we have been conditioned to do since TV, since radio, and now since the internet. And so what we do now is we look on our screens, and then what we do to protest is we go and we look out. We don't even look at each other. We just look out, and we're like, yeah, stop. Everybody just stop. And people honk and everything else, but we're not turning around and looking at each other and saying, hey, my name is so-and-so, and, this is what I'm concerned about, and we're not doing that. That's what's important. And then what else do? We turn out, we look on the TV, we look on our internet, and we say, oh, we're going to vote for them. They're our last chance. Even though this person totally, didn't at all protest the fact that Hillary stole, the nomination from him. Well, he's our last chance. Let's go for him. Let's look out. Let's not look at each other. Let's not come together and actually talk. Turn off your phone and talk to each other. Now, that is something that is really hard to do. And really, maybe what you need to do is start training yourself. Start just writing how you feel. I mean, I'm a terrible writer. I'm actually a terrible reader. I'm dyslexic like you would not believe. But if it comes to the fact that we're being controlled by radio, TV, now the internet, you're gonna have to start looking at each other. Start having a conversation with each other. Get rid of your phone. Turn off your TV. Turn off your radio. And it's something hard. Like I've said, I'm literally on a phone right now recording this. It's something hard. You may need to train yourself. Maybe start training yourself by talking more to people. Hey, I see that, you think this way. Do you know anyone else who thinks this way? And hey, there's maybe some people that don't think this way, but they're just as upset as I am.